My blood! It's burning! Sizzling! Do you feel it? Don't come too close. My bones are kindling. Soon they'll catch light.
I also gotta say, looking at all of them, this is also one of the worst fates, I think. Eternal... Wait, there's an eternal rat? Oh. Do you think it's connected to the Dark Justiciar who was turned into rats? I forgot the name.
I'm in two minds. The rat and the man and the rat, they gnaw at one another. Which one will be the meat and which one will be the tooth?
Even the rats here mad? Good question. How did he end up here?
Cheated my chums, took everything and ran. The kindly devil hid me from them, made sure they'd never find me. I skitter now, best of the litter, and hungry, want victuals sweet with rot. Simpler life, but harder.
A rat made a contract with a devil? Why? You do that, Raphael? Interesting. I mean, also this rat doesn't seem to be tormented. Maybe Raphael had a sweet spot for her? I don't think so. Or him. I think now we
Positively wretched. Perfect.
Rude. Let's talk to those guys and then we can go into the archive.
Brother, welcome. It's so good to see a new face.
Mm-hmm. You seem actually kind of okay. You don't seem to be tormented. How long have you been in the House of Hope?
Long enough to forget the faces of my family.
Ah, no, he sounds sad. Aren't there many new faces?
Plenty. Raphael brings new guests all the time. Some faces don't stay fresh for very long, though.
Who are you?
Who am I? I do not know. Who was I? I can answer. A priest. I spent most of my life singing praise to a god who did not listen. 1,000 prayers with no reply. Imagine it. Raphael answered the first time I called out to him.
Well, of course he did. Hope is cute. She really is. She's a little crazy, but also kind of cute. And just so, well, full of hope, I guess, right? Which god did you worship?
I do not remember. Perhaps they never existed, and I sang my prayers into the void.
Maybe that's why he doesn't seem to be too bad. He just forgot everything. What did you ask of Raphael?
Not riches or miracles. Just enough coin to keep my family happy and healthy. Raphael delivered, and then I was delivered to him.
Ooh. But well, you don't seem to be tormented. Weird.
I thought you'd got lost and died.
There can be no hell without hope.
I mean, Raphael also seems to be, like, really obsessed with hope, right? Just looking at the notes. Oh, good to know. This chest isn't even locked.
What's that?
What is there? Wine goblet.
The spilt wine is laced with the perfume of an exquisite poison. An unexpected treat.
But like for whom? Probably for this one here.
You look positive.
They're eating me from the inside. The rats. The rats. The rats. Ugh.
Doesn't sound like fun. Hey, Hope.
Hello again, little mice. The price for speaking is steep, but I must give warning. Your prize is just ahead in the archive, but you can't take it yet. And even if you could, you mustn't. Trigger the alarm, and Raphael will come swooping home on wings of malice to rip out your soul. In this house, thieves are melted like butter and spread onto toast.
And you're supposed to give me hope?
I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again.
I need you to stay calm, Hope, and guide me.
I can. I shall. I can. I shall.
You can do this.
The archivist is the key, but he's as stubborn as a king and as serious as a heart attack. Exploit his fiddling weakness and make him grovel! Oh no. They hear me. Speak quickly, speak softly. You know how this goes.
Oh yeah, by the way, fun fact, because we didn't do that. If you sleep with Hala and you survive that encounter, you can actually ask him one question. And of course, the question can also be like about how to get the Orphikheimer, which is kind of the smarter question. But you can also ask how Raphael is in bed, if he's good. And Halab just laughs. And the very fun thing is, later on, you can like throw that back at Raphael, and he just goes furious. I think I do have a short about that on YouTube. It's really funny. So if you don't know that scene, go check it out. We're still sticking to charisma, way better than intelligence. And Levina concentrates on speaking softly and without emotion. 15. Come on, come on, come on. Nice. No one needs bonuses.
You steady your mind and prepare your questions.
Neat. How should I deal with the archivist?
He fears authority figures. Perhaps his teacher took a strap to him and left a deep impression at an early age. There's one regular visitor that he particularly fears. She is... Shh.
A crack like breaking bone. Hope winces.
Oh god, poor Hope. Who does the archivist fear, Hope? I need a name. Ah, come on, 18, we can do this. Nice.
Scarier things than you, little mouse. Verilius.
You don't know me.
Verilius Receptor. A High Inquisitor of Zariel. Officially entitled to audit Raphael's collection. Her true form is so gargantuan and mind-scarring to behold that she takes on many guises when she visits. Play your part well and you can be one of those blasphemous guises.
Thank you, Hope. Very, very good to know. Into the archive.
Raphael sees everything you do.
Okay.
Might be useful.
Orders for the archivist. Archivist, without delay, move some of the contracts and treasures to my main cache. We're excited about soon acquiring the Crown of Castles and want certain things on display, while the rest may be safely stored in the secret vaults. What we want in the archive are the Amulet of Greater Health and Gauntlets of Hill Giant Strength, while the place is reserved for the Crown. Artifacts in the vault should be the Staff of Spell Power and backup gold cache. R. Librarian Eternal Debtor. You do look quite skeleton-like.
I cleanse the books. I comb each and every line for falsehoods and purge them pure.
That was not a lot of interaction. Oh, here we have part 1 of Taming Hope. The horrors continue, or, well, begin, I guess. Corilla's transcript of conversation between Raphael and her sister, Hope. Did your mother sing you nursery rhymes? What? Little Miss Taffel sat on a kettle, steam blowing between her lips. Along came her oven in need of some loving, and soon she had scalded hips. That's funny. And yet, you do not laugh. Come, Hope. Don't look so grieved. This little realm around us, this house, you have mastery of it. And you of me. Sing me a song, Hope. Speaking to you. Now don't go silent. I'd hate to have to slit a child up to the navel and rinse you on the inside. You're some pervert. Then sing me a song, I say. Nursery sweet. But don't demean. I'll know if you do. He is really obsessed with her. Hope. After some moments, she does. I remember our mother used to sing it to us, a gentle melody laden deliciously like plump young arms laden with autumn-ripe apples. When the song concludes, Raphael sighs and looks at my sister. You're something, my dear. Really, rather something. I would have you master your own fate. Let me give you free rein to do so. Let's abandon this whole ugly imprisonment. Serve me willingly. Things would be merry and jubilant as that song you've just given me. Sweet Raphael? Yes, Hope. Eat shit. But stuff your maggoty tongue in some other woman's ear. Raphael. Here he looks up to her with such longing and hate, I think he might actually kill her. Oh, that was an error, my dear. A grave error. I shall see you soon. Well. Maybe there's just something tempting him to corrupt someone so hopeful.
I made a mistake. I shouldn't be here. Let me take it back.
Well, eternity is a long time to think about mistakes. The power of the crown. All 100 chapters of this dense book describe the coronation of Raphael as Archdevil Supreme of the Nine Hells. But the circumstances vary in each case. Some versions are written as if historical facts, others are imagined futures, but all end with Raphael wearing the crown of Karsus. One in particular catches your attention. In the end, it was the prison bearers who came to him seeking salvation, and he laid out a course for their survival. They would be free of the parasite, the Sword Coast would be cleansed of illithits, and Raphael would receive the crown for his part in the victory. From the moment he met them, it was inevitable. The realms would weep to see his glory. Gosh, Raphael, you're so full of yourself. And yeah, Prison Bearer, of course, well, prism of both Orpheus and our dear Emperor. Okay. I'd say before we touch anything, we might want to talk to the Archivist first. Actually, the only non-undead one here, apparently. And here we have the hammer. Here we have gauntlets of Hill Giant Strength, which are also really nice. And here with the amulets. So, here.
A guest? Are you a client of the Master, or a visitor from elsewhere in the Hells? I do not believe you were invited. One moment. I shall consult the visitor's schedule.
Interesting way to do that.
Back and forth as if he is reading a book. He has the schedule memorized, or it's carved into his eyelids.
Most irregular. The schedule is all but clear, and yet you are here.
And I love just pretending to be Zarius High Inquisitor. It sounds amazing. I am Virilis Receptor, Zarius High Inquisitor. And it just requires a 15. Come on, no net 1. 3. Well, I guess it wasn't a net 1.
1,000 apologies, O majestic magistrate of the Infernal Court. Your mortal guise is so vile, I found it perfectly convincing. I would prostrate myself before you and kiss your calluses, but my spine is ruptured in 1,000 places. You do know how Raphael likes to play. As always,
I do feel a little sorry for
is
you.
yours to peruse. You'll find everything accounted for, and I can present documents of procurement if necessary.
I think we're not allowed to confiscate artifacts, but hey, let's try it. I might have to confiscate some of the artifacts.
You may examine them, O diabolical dominatrix, but they cannot be removed unless you present a writ of infernal requisition. with Article 152 correctly filled out.
Of course, it's Hel's. Any new highlights on the new collection?
A fine pair of gauntlets that allow the wearer to twist the head from even the most resilient malingerer. An amulet that causes the blood to surge and the heart to swell, along with other parts.
Oh,
Most invigorating.
interesting.
And awaiting installation, we have secured a rod that gathers the weave around it in great quantities, just as surely as shit gathers flies.
I think that's the stuff we took for Gale. Interesting. I'd like to see the hammer, please.
An exquisite and most unique artifact, crafted with materials hewn from the depths of the hells by Raphael's Merrigan labor force. As it was created by Raphael himself, we have no documents of procurement, nor do we require any. But if you wish to examine the artifact itself, you are more than welcome.
And of
As
course, we
part
want to
of
do
the
that.
special collection, that item is guarded by a master word that even I do not know. I suggest you wait until Raphael returns, and you can discuss the matter with him. You are welcome to relax in the boudoir until then. It is where Raphael conducts his most private matters of business and pleasure. You will need this to gain access. The resident of the boudoir will wish to explore every inch of your new form, and I'm sure you will be happy to share.
It was a very fun experience with Hala. But yeah, that's how you usually get into the boudoir if you don't like jump around here. So, I mean, Hal's going to break loose, haha, once we take the hammer anyway. But just for the challenge, let's see if we can sneakily take the other artifacts. Let's disarm the pressure plates, because of course they're guarded. Guidance. Ah, come on, Bardic Inspiration. On, and... nice. It was good to use Inspiration here.
On tippy toes.
Wonder if they're like immediately knowing that we stole something. As sometimes, yeah, thief.
Still in
Of course.
Thievery has been noticed. Choose your next move carefully.
Elevator tries to talk his way out of the situation. I mean, how are we going to do that? There's no one here. It's basically just us and something vanishes like, I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about. I've seen nothing unusual. 15. But this is, I think, it's Astarion. Hey, but it still worked.
You'll walk free.
Good job,
for
Astarion.
now,
Good job.
but your stories won't land so well if you're caught again.
But I wanna steal again. But anyway, we got our first very powerful magic item here, called the Gauntlets of Hill Giant Strength. Set your strength score to 23. So what we can do with that is respec Lavender, set strength to 8 and maybe increase constitution maybe, or something else, I don't know, or get it maybe like a feat or two. And we can just put on the Gauntlets of Hill Giant Strength at strength 23. That's amazing. I'm thinking whether I want to use the Helldust Gloves for someone. I think they might be nice for Jaheira once we add her to the team again, so off we go.
Need to find a way forward.
Oh, there's a door here. I think I never saw that in previous playthroughs. I just played it once, but hey. Oh. Another balcony for Raphael. I gotta say, it still looks barren as hell's. I mean, we can just take the apples here.
I can't see, I can't hear.
And grapes.
I can't feel.
Unfortunately, it's January, but I don't know, what I would give for some nice melon right now. A Tour of Tempest. This book, long as an encyclopedia, but written in an untamed, barely legible style, describes the Tempest domain, from which some clerics can draw power. I think we never played Tempest cleric in BG3 so far, but they can be nice. And look, when you are whipped with that wild winds or stricken until stick-like and burning from the god's lashing lightning tongue, are you not suffused with the power of the Tempest? Aye, how Queen Umberlee and Lord Talos fight and fray with Dominion, but even they on high, know in truth Tempest can never be tamed, only channeled by the favoured few. Reach up their hands to the sky, outstretched and awaiting breaths of gods to blast free oblivious, supplicates and ask to be drowned, to be blown asunder, to be destroyed, or perhaps to be granted such might to speak the words of Talos with thine own sweet hand.
So many pretty things in the House of Hope.
Yeah, both Talos and Umberlee are not the nicest gods. And it's kind of dangerous to worship them, I'd say. Why is the archivist always following me? It's almost as if he knows that we're going to see something, which I think is very rude. That's a quick save.
Someone there.
Okay, Astarion, my dear friends.
Go.
The archivist is just standing here.
What's that?
I mean, apparently disarming is not a crime, so let's just disarm. Excuse me while I destroy this pressure plate here. Nice. Oh wow, just hit. Can you look around, Archivist, instead of stretching yourself?
I can do better.
I wonder.
I must.
Risk being in open view.
Softer than a
He's
whisper.
trying to make him look away, so with Astarion I can take it.
Neither seen nor heard.
Lay a finger on the master's treasures, and you will lose the entire hand.
How did you see that? Oh wait, that was it? Huh. Oh well. I mean, if that's the worst you're going to
Let's
do,
get going.
talking.
Careful, I'm behind.
I think the Amulet of Great Health, yeah, that's exactly the same thing as the Gauntlets, it just affects Constitution. Same thing here, we could respect someone. I think actually if you wanna commit to taking Jaheira along more, it would be really nice on her, because Constitution also increases her AC. I think we're going to do that. Jaheira. So,
Alright.
just need to remember to respect her. And take along again, I guess.
Can't slow down.
So, before we go for the finale, let's just read another book. The House of Wonders. At the High House of Wonders, Temple to Gond, the Gearsmith and the Wonderbringer, the house is at the same time an elaborate collection of workshops, laboratories, and... what kind of word is that? And magico-manufactories. For what better way to worship the Lord of all smiths than by making mechanisms in his name? Here in the upper city, all manners of enchanted clockwork devices are forged and crafted, powered by spells, by steam, by conjured micromodrons, and, some say, by hellfire. However, these cunning creations are not wonders for the sake of wonder, but partial contrivances built to enhance the life of Faerûn's mortals and help them work beyond the limits of their physical bodies. Take, for example, the mighty cranes that line Baldur's Gate's docks, loading and unloading ship cargo of speed and strength far beyond the capacity of ordinary stevedores. Those cranes originated in the workshops of the High House of Wonders, and are Gond's gift to the trade and prosperity of the city. Well, I mean, we're still about to visit the Gondians later on, and not doing what Wolverine asked of us and blowing them all up.
I see the
Orphic
Orphic
Hammer.
hammer has caught your eye. It really is a magnificent exhibit. Wholly unique.
Also must have been quite the feat to craft it.
Here it is. The Orphic Hammer, right within reach. It appears to be protected by an energy field of some kind, but you're not familiar with this magic.
Failed Arcana. Oh well. I mean, we know the words, and shit is going down when we say them, but we're all in for that. And Lavender speaks the magic words. Give me my heart's desire.
The magic blinks away at your words.
I'm all for thieving, but let's not be hasty. Steal this, and the devil will notice.
Of course Astarion is. Yeah, as far as I know, you can't disable the mechanism. I mean, also, the Archivist is just here. But I think there's no pressure plate. Raphael just knows.
The Orphic Hammer.
But hey, we need it, so quick save. And here we go.
When the Orphic Hammer strikes like thunder, even astral chains are torn asunder.
You claim to be who you are not. Stole from my master, and now you expect to leave. The moment you step outside this room, all hells will break loose.
Come at me, Archivist.
A hopeless situation.
Glad that it's glad it amuses him so much. And it's really interesting, it's completely empty here. Almost makes you wonder if this all was just a trap for you. But I mean, in the end, I don't think it's a trap, cause, well, Raphael's not winning anything by getting you here. Raphael still wants you to just go for the contract with him. Let's have a look at the Orphic Hammer. It is two-handed, so I'm not really a fan, unfortunately. It is nice in that regard that it has like a +3 enchantment, but our current weapon also has that. Our current weapon deals more damage, actually. Well, we are going to need it in the upcoming battle, though. Because I mean, we do want a free hope. Just thinking about who to give it to, but I think we're the only one proficient, actually. Maybe we're just going to swap it like in between the battle. Well, are we ready?
I've got good news. And bad news. And worst news. Good news. You got what you came for. Successful visit. Great success. Fantastic work. Bad news. So many things will be on fire when you step outside of this room. You included. That's okay, no, right? It's hell. You expected it to be hot. Worst news, Raphael's on his way home, and oh boy, he is spitting mad.
Let's have some hope. We can do this.
You planned for this. I know you did. You have everything under control. It's really important that you don't panic, even when your eyes evaporate from the heat. Come to my prison, bring the hammer, break my chains, and then we exit stage any which way.
And it feels so cruel that you can actually just abandon her. I mean, poor Hope. We've just read like 2 notes, and she's been here for Raphael knows how long. I'm just way too soft to play evil. I'll be there.
Quick as a cockroach, lickety-split if you don't mind.
You're right. I didn't give it to Lae'zel as it fits thematically, but she never actually uses it. Do you usually play Lae'zel as like a fighter? Because I mean, if she is a fighter, it actually is a nice weapon. It's not the best weapon, but it is decent to nice, I'd say. I think also my first playthrough, I gave it to her, and she actually used it in combat. But like, for Lavender, the thing is like, the Nerulna, or however you pronounce that, actually does more damage, you can throw it, and I can have a shield. So why would I change that? Well, let's go. Fighter Ranger for her. Oh, interesting, never thought about her as a Ranger. And there's Hope, waiting